Student leaders of the Texas State Teacher Association, you all look beautiful and fabulous, so give yourself a hand. Definitely the best dressed looking group I've seen all day. I actually started out this morning in Deer Park, Texas. Who knows where Deer Park, Texas is? I do, because I travel the state all the time, but I'm glad you do too. And I was able to address our leaders there in Deer Park, which is Region 3C. So once you enter our profession and really get into teaching and you teach in that district, Region 3C, you need to become a leader in Region 3C, which encompasses Deer Park, Pasadena, LaPorte, Kima. I can go on and on because you know we have 1,100 school districts in Texas. But a lot of districts in Region 3C. And as I thought about, as I was driving back home after going into Deer Park this afternoon, and those of you who are from that area, you know about how long it takes me to get from there back to Austin, right? How long? 3 hours, 4 hours. I had a lot of time to think on the road, okay? It's a gift, being the state president and having those hours of reflection on the road. And so I was thinking, what can I share with our student leaders? The future of our state association, the people who are going to lead our profession to the next level. Because this is the profession that I chose to be in over 25 years. At the age of 22, I entered the classroom as a first grade teacher. And it was a really exciting day, the first day I taught kids. Little kids, 5-year-olds, 6-year-olds, how to read, how to write, how to hold a pencil. And that is a profession that I still have a passion for. And that is the reason why I am the president of the Texas State Teacher Association. Because I believe that this is the profession that can and will change not just the future of our children, but the future of our state and the future of our country. And so I talked a lot in Region 3C about that future. Because as a state president, I get to make a lot of critical decisions about where our association goes and where we spend our money and how we spend our time. Because we don't have a lot of either. I'm really lucky as a state president that I have a wonderful partner that helps me see my vision through. And that partner is my vice president, Noel Candelaria. And I would like Noel to stand up. Because Noel and I, we share the same vision for our state association. And what we believe is the future is what we should be working toward. And the future for our association is our leaders. And you are our leaders. You are our future. And as I looked at my Region 3C members, I said, I'm going to talk to you about my budget a little bit differently than I've ever talked to you about it before. I'm going to talk to you about how I see TSTA spending our money, our resources, our time in leading our profession and growing the best leaders we possibly can for the future of our state. Almost 40% of our money right now in our state association budget is devoted to leadership and affiliate development. Leadership and affiliate development, 40%. That's a lot of money, because our budget is almost $12 million today, okay? And so what I believe is TSTA puts its money where its mouth is, okay? And that is you. We invest in our leaders because nothing happens without you. Nothing. We can really dress up a room beautiful, and we can make a program look great, and we can have wonderful speakers come in front of you and pay them a lot of money. But the truth is that the way our association grows is member engagement. When leaders engage with other leaders and members engage with other members about what matters to them in their profession and in their classroom every day. Would you agree with me?
Yes.
Absolutely. So that's why we invest in you. And that's why we picked a great staff person to be that liaison for you. And that person is Clinton Gill. Now, there are some perks about being old, okay? And one of the perks is that you know a lot of people. And you know a lot of people for a very, very long time. And I have known Clinton Gill for a very long time. I knew Clinton when he was a student leader like you. And I knew Clinton when he was the president of the student program for TSTA. And I knew him as a board member on the Texas State Association Board of Directors. And what I can say about him is what I can say about you. He believes in the future. That is why he does what he does for you. So if you don't know him, if you haven't had a conversation with him, if you haven't had that real critical talk with him, I think you owe yourself the experience of talking to him, because he is absolutely outstanding. And so I thank you, Clinton, for everything you've done for our student program. So let me move on a little bit further down the road before y'all eat all your salad and get to your dessert. We are also really, yes, I've been doing this for a long time, so I know how fast it takes y'all to eat. We have all been focused on the future of leadership in our association. And I don't mean just TSTA, and even at the local level, where our locals and our local affiliates are actually focused in a power profile plan where they have to engage their newest members that join the association. But at the national level, and you all also are going to have a privilege today of hearing from your national student president, David, who has just done a wonderful job. I want you to give David a hand too. He and I have been great allies in this mission that we have of engaging bright new leaders in our association. And those of you who don't know me really well, if you did, you would know that I lobby really hard for this. This is my passion. This is what I believe in is the future of our association, is growing new leaders. Leaders that are not of my generation, or maybe the generation before me, but leaders that I have not even met. And I might not even know, but that's okay. Because I believe our ambition should be for our association and for the mission of our state association and the mission of our National Education Association. And NEA has been a partner with TSTA since I have become president of TSTA to help us grow new leaders in our association. So much so that this last January, we had the first leadership summit in Las Vegas. Now, before all your ideas go wild and crazy and you think people didn't show up at the sessions, they did show up at the sessions. They were there at 7 or 8 o'clock in the morning, ready to go, even if they were out at 2 or 4 or whatever in the morning. I really don't care, as long as you're in your seat at 8. And David knows more stories, so you can talk to him later about that. Anyway, we had an ambitious plan. And our plan was that we would engage our youngest member leaders to our association in that training. So we had a cohort of under 35 leaders present there. Almost 350 showed up. It was wonderful. We had a lot of energy during those days. We had a lot of great ideas in those days. But what I want you to know, it was all of us together. It was our under 35, our over 35, or those who might be leaving soon our profession, all working together as a team. That is our vision of keeping a strong association. that we will engage all levels, all generations, all ideas together to move our agenda forward, to have great public schools across our state and across our country. It was wonderful. We had a West Summit and we had an East Summit in Georgia. Of course, the West Summit was more exciting with Las Vegas, I'll admit that. But we are going to move forward with those ideas. And NEA has so many great competencies in leading not just our profession, leading governance, leading and organizing. So I really encourage you to look at those ideas that we have created in unison with NEA. And I say in unison because in TSTA, when we do great things, NEA follows us. And your president, me, your state president, was on that leadership design committee. And you will see a lot of TSTA in those leadership competencies to help all young up-and-coming leaders across the country. We are really excited about this. And I truly believe this is where we need to go, is have a leadership pipeline. And I'm sure David is going to talk to you more about that when he speaks to you. The most important thing that you have to do in your profession is be engaged in it. Don't stay in your room all day long, because I know you can, because I did it too. Don't not have conversations about what really matters to you as an educator. You need to have them. And don't try to solve problems by yourself, because that is the strength of belonging to an organization that has over 3 million members at the national level, and a state association who has over 60,000 members at the state level. And all of you as student affiliates across this state need to be engaged with each other about why our profession is the most important profession to belong to. Because it is. Now, how many of you are going to graduate this year? Oh, yes. So all of you who are going to graduate this year, hold your hand up one more time. And I want you to repeat after me. I promise that I will join my TSTA local affiliate. And I will become engaged and involved in my local association. No matter what. So help me God. I promise. All right, you may put your hands down. And next year, Noel will make you do the same thing. So I want you to have a great time. I'm so happy that you're here. This is one of the highlights of my year as being a state president, believe it or not. It's not going to Las Vegas, okay? It's meeting our newest leaders that we will have in our association to keep us strong and keep us alive forever. Thank you all very much, and I'm ready to sit down. Thank you.